Today, folks, let's have a look at the verb appeler in the Passé Composé. Okay, appeler means to call. Now, if you're not sure about the present tense, have a look at my video on appeler and the present tense or appeler in the future tense. Today, we are going to have a look at the Passé Composé of appeler. Now, as I said before in other videos, the Passé Composé is formed of three things: the subject pronouns, the auxiliary verbs, and the past participle of the verb you want to conjugate. Now, subject pronouns as in I and you and we and so on. The auxiliary verbs being to be or to have in the present tense. And then you've got your past participle. In that case, the past participle of appeler, which is a regular verb, is this one. Ding! So what I've done is I dropped the R and I added an E accent, okay, or the accent on top of the E, more like. I didn't add it. Okay, let's have a look at what appeler sounds like in the past tense, in the Passé Composé, also known as a present perfect. Let's have a look. We need the auxiliary verb to have in the present tense in order to form the Passé Composé. And it goes like this. J'ai appelé. And that means I called or I have called. Tu as appelé. You called or you have called. Il a appelé. He called or he has called. Elle a appelé. She called or she has called. On a appelé. One has called, one called, or we called. Okay, it means both. Nous avons appelé. We called or we have called. Vous avez appelé. You called or you have called. Ils ont appelé or elles ont appelé. That means they have called. Il being the plural version of they and the plural masculine version, and elle being the plural feminine version. Okay, now let's have a look at this again. Have a look at it carefully. Now, as I said to you, you need to know by heart the auxiliary verb to have in the present tense in order to put together this Passé Composé. Now you have j'ai, tu as, il a, elle a, on a, and so on. Nous avons, vous avez, ils ont, elles ont. You know that. If you know that, you can add the past participle and then you have your Passé Composé of appeler. Have a look at the list again one more time before I give you three examples. J'ai appelé, répétez. Well done you. Tu as appelé. Elle and il and on a appelé. Nous avons appelé. Yeah, well done. Vous avez appelé. Ils and elles ont appelé. Bravo. Okay, if you're not sure, please freeze this video and have a look at the list again. Okay, this is my first example. J'ai appelé ma maman au téléphone hier. J'ai appelé ma maman au téléphone hier. Now, this sentence should not be hard. We've just learned how to say I called, and that's the main objective of this lesson. So, j'ai appelé means I called or I have called. Ma maman, my mummy, au téléphone, on the phone. Hier might be the hardest word you will encounter in this sentence. Hier meaning yesterday. Okay, can you say hier? Well done you. So, I called my mum on the phone yesterday. Here's another example. Georges a appelé son frère de la cuisine. Georges a appelé son frère de la cuisine. Little bit more tricky, but not that more tricky really if you look at it carefully. Georges a appelé. Now, Georges, if you replace Georges by a subject pronoun, will be he. He has called. But who did he call? Son frère, his brother. Now, de la cuisine means from the kitchen. So he called his brother from the kitchen, and that could mean that he called him from a telephone, au téléphone, or he shouted out for his brother, who was probably in the garden. Mon frère! Something like that. Now, as for the third example, nous avons appelé le docteur 5 fois pour notre fille qui est malade. Now, nous avons appelé, we know for a fact because we are learning about it, it means we have called or we called. Le docteur is the doctor. 5 fois, meaning 5 times, pour notre fille qui est malade, for our daughter who is sick. And you could even add on to this sentence by saying, mais il n'est jamais venu. Or you could even say, mais il n'est toujours pas là. So, il n'est jamais venu, meaning he never came, or il n'est toujours pas là, he is still not here. Okay, il n'est toujours pas là. So it's up to you. You can choose both examples and study these examples if you want. Now, that's it for my examples. What I'd like you to do is make your own examples using the Passé Composé of Appeler, the way we've just learnt it. Okay? And be confident and add on to your sentence and make it complicated. Okay? Because I know you can. Oh, yes, you can. Now, why don't you subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not done so already? And you will learn lots of things from my videos. Okay? I hope to see you super soon and have a look at other videos that I have created that may come useful to you. That's it for me. Au revoir. À bientôt. Bisous, bisous.